back to a new video, guys. Today we're going to be learning what chatbots are. Now again, this course is based on building a chatbot, so I want to really emphasize and let you guys know what chatbots exactly are, so you're well aware of what we're creating here. Now, chatbots all around, from customer support dialog boxes you find on an e-commerce website to virtual assistants like Siri and Alexa, it's likely that you've encountered chatbots frequently in your life. It's like its name suggests, a chatbot is a piece of software designed to conduct a conversation or dialogue. They can be found in a wide range of industries to serve a variety of purposes, ranging from providing customer support to aiding in therapy to simply being a source of fun and entertainment. So let's take a closer look at how chatbots are able to do what they do. Now, how chatbots work. So to interact with the human user, the chatbot must be able to parse the user inputs, interpret what it means, and provide the appropriate response or output. For example, a user query could be, show me hotels in Los Angeles for tomorrow. A good chatbot will be able to identify with intent and entities of the query. The intent is the purpose or category of the user query, such as to retrieve a list of hotels. Entities are extra information that describes the user's intent. In this case, the entities are Los Angeles and tomorrow. With this piece of information, chatbots will be able to respond to the user with the full list of hotels for the correct location and date. Now, here's the types of chatbots. Chatbots generally fall into few broad categories depending on what purpose they are designed to serve. So response architecture models, these chatbots can be categorized according to how they generate the response that gets returned to the user. The simplest approach is the rule-based model, where chatbot responses are entirely predefined and returned to the user according to a series of rules. This includes decision trees that have a clear set of possible outputs defined for each step in the dialogue. Next, there is a retrieval-based model where chatbot responses are pulled from an existing corpus of dialogues. Machine learning models such as statistical natural language processing models and sometimes supervised neural networks are used to interpret the user input and determine the most fitting response to retrieve. The rule-based models, retrieval-based models rely on predefined responses, but they have an additional ability to self-learn and improve their selection of response over time. Finally, generative chatbots are capable of formulating their own original responses based on user input, rather than relying on existing text. This involves the use of deep learning, such as LSTM-based SEQ to SEQ models to train the chatbots to be able to make decisions on what the appropriate response may be. While generative models are very flexible and powerful in that they are not confined to the predefined set of rules or responses, they are also significantly more challenging to implement. Training these chatbots require an abundance of data and is often unclear what gets used for their decision making, making them more prone to grammatical errors and nonsensical replies. By contrast, retrieval-based models can guarantee the quality of the response since they are predefined, but these chatbots are in turn restricted to language that exists within the training data. Thus, chatbots often contain a combination of different models in order to produce optimal results. For example, a customer chatbot may use generative models for creating open-ended small talk with the user, but then are able to retrieve professional predefined responses for answering the user's inquiries regarding the business or product. So, here's the conversation domain, so the open domain and the closed domain. We have rule-based, retrieval-based, and generative. So rule-based is the simple dialogue trees, retrieval-based is machine learning, and generative is smart machine or artificial intelligence. Now, conversation domains. So chatbots can also be categorized based on the range of conversation topics that they are able to cover. Closed domain chatbots or dialogue agents are restricted to providing responses with a particular focus, such as booking a hotel room. Because they're designed with a specific goal in mind, these chatbots are often very efficient and have success in accomplishing what they are intended to accomplish. The user perceived quality is also high because users don't expect the chatbots to provide responses outside of the pre-established domain. Now, on the other hand, open domain chatbots or conversational agents are capable of exploring a range of conversations such as human to human interaction would be. Many of the companion bots have filled the roles of a friend or a therapist, allowing the user to connect with them on an emotional level. While they have great potential, open domain chatbots are challenging to implement and evaluate. Going back to this one, like chatbots are, increasingly just becoming uh, very, like available. You have ChatGPT, you have Gemini, you have all of those. Some people actually just speak to them instead of going outside talking to a real person. Just speak to them about their problems, which, in return, like, of course, they get like solutions to their problems, but is that really, healthy at the end of the day? I don't know. I really can't speak for them, but yeah, like sometimes I'll even go to ChatGPT and just say like I have this problem, like how do I solve it, right? But like if you consistently do that, I think it will take a toll on your mental health, mental and physical health, really. But yeah, just wanted to point that out there. Now, while it is worth that the term chatbot is sometimes reserved for only open domain conversational agents, but for the purposes of this course, we will include closed domain dialogue agents as well. So another way chatbots can be categorized is by which side the user or bot is able to take initiative on the conversation. Looking back at our previous hotel search, notice how the user is free to provide their response in their own words, and the chatbot is able to identify and piece together the relevant keywords of the query. This is an example of a mixed initiative system, representative of a human-to-human conversation where all participants have a chance to take initiative. By contrast, a system initiative is where the chatbot controls the conversation and explicitly asks for each piece of information, such as date, location, for the hotel booking. While the system is more straightforward to implement because user response can be anticipated, it lacks the flexibility and naturalness that characterizes, normal human dialogue. So let's look into the future a little. Chatbots have come a long way. What started out as computers attempted to mimic human conversation has grown into elaborate systems that are able to create a multitude of functions and goals. But this great power and potential doesn't come without a price. As chatbots continue to evolve, there are also growing ethical concerns, like I mentioned, that arise. We'll discuss this more into details in the next article. But yeah, now that's basically what chatbots are in a nutshell. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, if you learned something, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one.